Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to Lady of the Unknown Oracle. My name is Sophie, and this is your February 2023 reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember that this is a general reading and that time is fluid, so please apply what resonates and suspend the rest. This reading can be applied to relationships, career, and personal growth, as well as to the sign of Pisces wherever it presents in your birth chart. If you would like a personal reading, please see the information in the description box below, or you can send me an email at ladyoftheunknown555@gmail.com. And with that, Pisces, let's get started. So right off the bat, during your pre-shuffle, I was getting the feeling that you would be coming out of a very on and off, maybe more fun, more lighthearted situation. At the very least, it wasn't meant for the long term, or it wasn't built to last. And now with that very fun, but at times frustrating situation, it feels like it's coming to the end, and now you'll be entering it'll be a chapter where something takes rise, something that you may already be working on, or someone you may already be connected to, and it's going to develop into something more serious, something that could become a commitment, a serious commitment at some point in the long term. And this includes workplace, career, and school and things of that nature. So the overall urging energy here is the Four of Pentacles. So for those of you who are budgeting, please keep in mind that when the Four of Pentacles comes up, that is an indication that budgeting and saving is extremely important at this point in time. So it looks like whatever is up ahead is requiring you to preserve your resource. So being smart about your time, being smart about how you spend your energy, being smart about how you share financial resource and things of that nature. This is also about minimizing the risks you take. So if you are asked to go out or to engage in certain activities and things of that nature, you may find yourself in a space where you are wanting to pull back and be a bit more conservative this time around. You're going to have the feeling like you just need to lay low. But Four of Pentacles is also about withdrawing in some regard, because you feel like this is the more secure route, this is the safer route. And so that's the kind of nudge that it's going to be leading you through this next month. Now, where you currently are is the Magician. Okay, so you could be connecting with an Aries or a Gemini, possibly a Virgo, but in this position, you are feeling very confident. You feel like all of the tools in front of you are not only available for your use, but that you are perfectly comfortable and willing to learn anything you need to in order to become an expert at making any of this happen. This is about confidence and knowing that everything that you require to move through a situation is right in front of you. The possibilities are endless. The block is the Five of Wands. So for those of you who are competing for something, this could be the prospect of having to compete, or the fact that you are competing. It's slowing things down. The fact that if you're connecting with someone or an opportunity of some kind, the fact that other people are also competing for the same thing, wanting the same thing. But you are feeling particularly capable, and that is what I want to emphasize to you, is that not only are you feeling this, but you also are this. This is how you are presenting currently, Pisces. So have no doubt whether or not you are capable of doing whatever it is you are trying to do, and then some. You are absolutely the person for this. The best case scenario here is the King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I'm getting Leo for some reason, very strong here. This could be someone that you are connecting with, but I'm getting for many of you that if this is about taking on some kind of leadership role or an ownership role, or the person who pursues, the person who provides, I feel like this is the position that you are taking, Pisces. You're standing in a power of self-direction, self-motivation, and you serve as a light for other people, if that makes sense, like a guiding light. You set an example. So very strong leadership position here, and that's in the best case scenario. So provided that you continue down this path that is currently making you feel very empowered, very confident, very capable, then ultimately whatever this is that you are wanting to be recognized for or take ownership of, you will be accepted into that space. That space will be yours because that is exactly the track that you're on. Now, the reason this is all happening is the Eight of Swords. So I feel like you've come out of a space, Pisces, where you've had a lot of self-doubt. You felt trapped. You felt limited. Perhaps you felt surrounded by naysayers. But I think that is what has fueled where you currently are. You've gotten in the game. You've gotten, you've gotten your knees scraped a couple times. You really got in there and you fought. You fought for your place. You fought for your space. Right? And so you're at a point now where you're just saying, all right, well, this is exactly why everything happened, and that's perfectly fine. I am going to continue to do what I need to do because that is what I do best. Right? In the recent past, Four of Swords. The reason, Pisces, that you are really stepping into your power is because you actually had time to process. You went through whatever it is you went through, and you had time to process. You had time to rest. This may be a vacation you took, or perhaps you're getting better sleep. But whatever it is, you are no longer, in a, you're not aggravated by it. You're not frustrated by it. Yeah, there might be a little bit of kind of like conservatism. You're like, I don't know if this is worth my time. I don't know if this is really where I need to put myself. Maybe I'll just stay here for a minute. Like, that you're capable of more, but it's almost like you are identifying that everything else around you or everyone else around you is like your energy, what you bring is not going to be nurtured correctly or respected accordingly. So you're just kind of hanging back and saying, yeah, when I decide the time is right, then I will be a little bit more aggressive. But until then, I'm going to stick to what I'm doing, right? Now, coming into the near future, you've got the Seven of Cups. So this is indicating to me, Pisces, that you are going to have a multitude of options. You may be a little confused by these options, a little overwhelmed even. There are a lot of things to be done, perhaps things to juggle. But ultimately, this is about having multiple options, and all of them are good options. It really just depends on what you want, and that's where the confusion comes in. What do I want? In what direction should I begin my efforts? Because again, in your pre-shuffle, I felt like there was a shift. Something that didn't quite sell you on itself is now becoming more convincing. It's starting to make sense, and it's something that is sounding appealing to you. How you see yourself is the Knight of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy that you may be connecting with. But this is exactly right. Something that you've been working on, whatever this is, could be a committed relationship as well. Could be a relationship you have, with someone that you work with. It could, this could just be your working relationships. This could be you just in life, the plans that you've made, the goals that you've set for yourself. But this is indicative that you've been working on this for quite a while. You've gained proficiency and you are taking things slow. You're making progress. And as far as you're concerned, everything is going according to plan. Right? Now, in the environment, what you may not see or what Spirit is bringing you is the Knight of Swords. So this could be an air sign, a Gemini, a Libra, an Aquarius. Now, with the Knight of Swords, though, what I'm getting is that things are going to speed up. Someone is either going to enter the scene that's going to jostle things up a little bit and speed things up for you, or this is going to be very swift communication. I get the feeling here that you know what this communication is, though, Pisces. Like you've been waiting for it, you've been anticipating it. That's coming in now. And if it's not information or news that you're waiting for, this is somebody bringing information to you that is going to really bring your attention to something you've been missing, or something that is now going to allow you to either fortify your confidence in the direction you've chosen or help you shift and pivot into another direction or change where you're going completely. But it's something that's going to allow you to better better decide exactly where you want to be. Your fear is the Three of Cups. So there may be a friendship with someone or multiple people that you are afraid will become strained by all of this competition, that you are afraid you will lose as a result of where these goals, or this goal in particular, is putting you, how far it's taking you. For some, this is travel, and the fact that there's going to be a strain on the friendships, or perhaps just the fact that you're not going to be able to see certain people or befriend certain people. This could be the absence of friendship, that maybe you don't meet people and have these connections, or maybe what if in the process of getting to your goal, it turns out that you actually don't like it. And so the fear here is everyone around you seems happy with their choice, but then you're the one left out. So it's one of those situations where you just want to have balance, because I see you as a very determined person, and you have many options in front of you, and you will continue to have many options. But the question then becomes, if you are in this space of dedicating 100% effort to whatever this is, are you doing so at the risk of losing other meaningful elements of your life? And so I think that is the balance that you are trying to strike here. But I want to bring to your attention that the Magician and the King of Wands, especially the King of Wands, this is somebody that people respect. They see you for what you do, not just in general, but what you do for other people, the passion you put behind things. And while they may not be able to put themselves in your shoes well enough to clearly understand what it takes to be you, they do understand that what you accomplish for other people is a significant amount. So they respect that. They respect the amount of the pure, the products that you create for people, the energy, the motivation, the passion that you are able to put in people. They respect it, and they give you your space to do what you need to do. So they support you, and while you might be afraid that there may be distance with whatever you choose to do, that may be so, but that distance won't come with the added, oh, well, I'm not going to invite you anywhere, or I'm not going to be with you. I'm not going, you know what I mean? Whoever these people are, I just want you to know that your fear here, while completely valid, it is not indicating here that that is the kind of company that surrounds you. Okay? Now, the most likely outcome is the Emperor. So you could be connecting with an Aries, Pisces. You may have this placement very strong in your chart. But this is indicating that, yes, you are, man, you're really moving up the ranks. Okay? This is boss. This is head honcho. This is the where the buck stops. You know what I mean? This is the person that they're the one managing the payroll. All right? I mean, this person is quite important. They're the person that provides the structure for everyone else. For some, this might indicate a spouse, a boss, a significant other, someone that you admire. This could be you stepping into your own power. And again, like we mentioned at the beginning of the reading, whatever you've been working on, it's about to escalate. The level of commitment required, expected, the training, the diligence, the patience, everything. It's going to require you to show up in the best power, in the biggest power you can. So the Eight of Wands is the overarching for clarifying. This is, to me, where this Knight of Swords is, right? This is about incredible progress. Things are going to move along very quickly for you, Pisces. You'll be receiving information, communication, whatever information it is that you require, in whatever medium you require it, you will be receiving it very, very soon. And for others, this is indicative that for this work, or for this relationship, for this commitment, whatever it is, most likely there will be discussions about travel that you touch on with the people who are also going to be in the situation with you. Now, With the Magician, we have clarifying it, the Wheel of Fortune. So, sheesh. This is about you moving into a new cycle where you are the boss. You are in control. You're being given an opportunity here to really exercise these new skills and to take on a different skill set. For some reason, I'm getting the Page of Pentacles energy with this as well. With the Magician, this is somebody who has all the capability and all the possibility within them, but required is still some practice. With the Magician being a 1, you're still at the beginning of your journey. You're still an ace, right? So you are full of potential, but now is the time where you can really capitalize on this. So I feel like, Pisces, you're being trained for something quite important. This is valuable time, and this cycle is really going to determine exactly how quickly you move into this Emperor energy. With the Five of Wands being the block, being clarified by, this is, to me, this isn't the Lovers, but this is a card indicating that there is some kind of very intimate connection involved here. So with the Five of Wands, what this is telling me is there's someone in your environment, someone who you care about very deeply, who may not be in complete agreement with the decision that you are about to make, that you've been wanting to make. There's some disagreement. There's some conflicting ideas here. For others, if this is about dating, there might be multiple people involved and you just really don't know. Like, you're ready for a commitment, but you just don't know who would make the best partner for you. And this isn't a superficial discussion. You're moving into a space now, Pisces, where this isn't about superficial qualities, characteristics, etc. This is about really having a lifelong partner, somebody who is also bringing 100% to your relationship, right? But in general, where this is not romance, this is about just expecting, that what's coming ahead is going to require 100% from you. And so in order for you to really make this labor of love work, there are certain concessions that you're going to have to make. And there's either parts of you that aren't sure that you're ready to make that kind of sacrifice, or people around you are not sure that maybe it's the right sacrifice for you, or they're just trying to give you ideas on things to consider before you say yes or no to something. With the King of Wands being the best case scenario, we have clarifying it, the Hermit. So you could be connecting with a Virgo. This is you about trying to figure out where exactly you want to place yourself, Pisces. Truly, this is about you really connecting with your experience prior and really sitting down with yourself and deciding and discussing with the proper people exactly what you're thinking and what you want to do versus what the wisest decision is to make. With the Eight of Swords being in why it's all happening, we've got the Lover, so you could be connecting with a Gemini. But again, why it's all happening, you may have felt closed off previously by an intimate partnership or just by important connections in general. This important connection could be with other people, but it could also be between you and your work, you and certain aspects of yourself that you're seeking to improve. This is about being surrounded by doubt. You're not sure, and that uncertainty has kept you stuck for some time. And so now you're shaking that up and you're saying, listen, I've been thinking about this. I have already been within myself for so long. I just have to move. I just have to move because I know any direction I move into is going to be productive for me. It's going to work out for me. And I want you to know, Pisces, that regardless of what you choose, it is looking like any one of these decisions you make, provided that you feel prepared, equipped, and have an attraction to the option, to the decision you make. As long as you feel like you are prepared to show up for this every single day and you're in with 100% effort backing you, you will not fail, you will excel, and you will continue to enjoy, because any one of these options are good options. It just depends on which option will you show up for. With the Four of Swords, we have clarifying it, the Eight of Cups. So there was something with this rest. You may have gone on a vacation. You took a break from something that you felt really was not fulfilling. It was just not for you. You thought about it. You put yourself there, and it just wasn't enough. So you decided to separate yourself from it and pursue something more worthwhile. With the Seven of Cups coming in, we've got clarified the King of Pentacles. So this could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But again, this is just any one of these options. It's not even about which one is a good option versus a bad option. It's like, which of these really excellent options do I feel like showing up for? yes, you could be very overwhelmed by this, but you're also going to be overwhelmed and smitten by this. You are going to be lavished in luxury, luxury of decision, luxury of people, luxury of options. You're in an ideal situation, Pisces, where it's really just a matter of you get to pick. You get to pick because any one of these options are available to you. Now, I want to clarify that the word options might be describing people, and if you are dating, right, in terms of options, these are possibilities for partners who would still be excellent partners for you. It would just be a matter of who is the partner that you could really see yourself being with and seeing yourself going through life's trials and tribulations with, for however much time we have, however much time the journey holds for the partnership. So it's up to you. Now, with the Knight of Pentacles, we have clarifying the Chariot. So you could be connecting with a Cancer here, but this, again, to me, this is reading that whatever this is that you've been planning for, that you've been anticipating, you're coming in hot. This is something that you have been working on, and the progress continues to pour in, the communication continues to pour in, and you are just making headway. With the Knight of Swords here in the environment, what Spirit is bringing to you is being clarified by judgment. So this is a decision. This is a swift change, some kind of closing off of a cycle, and really taking a moment to reflect. And for some, this is about somebody who is coming in with an apology and reconciling, but it's more going to be sort of like an apology, but then they're just going to go. It's going to be, I'm sorry I did that, but I can't stay here anymore. And then they're going to go. And this may be the energy that you're bringing, right? If you feel like someone in your environment is not someone who you plan on staying in communication with, this could be like the last conversation you have with them, or vice versa. But ultimately, this is a final conversation. This is a final delivery of news pertaining to something. But again, it's going to inform your direction, inform your decision. It's going to lay everything out on the table so you can pick where exactly do you see yourself moving. It feels to me, Pisces, like it feels like all of these opportunities that you have in front of you, they've all selected you. They've all selected you. And you are just having to move in a direction that you feel like you can honor indefinitely. With the Three of Cups being in your fear position, clarifying it, we've got this card, which usually to me is sort of like the Ten of Pentacles. So it's about long-lasting friendships, long-lasting relationships. Will they still be here with me? Will I be able to make new ones? What will happen to the ones that I currently have, or to the one that I currently have? Can this last? Can this move? Do we have the same values? Are we seeing the same vision? Okay. And with the Emperor being in the most likely outcome, we have the Four of Cups. So with the Four of Cups, we have this feeling here of missing an opportunity, feeling a little indecisive even, feeling restless. I feel like you, Pisces, may decide that while you are physically moving in a direction, emotionally you're still not sold on it. And I think it goes back into this Four of Pentacles, where you're going to hold your breath for a little while. Like, you're going to make a decision, but you're still holding off. I almost wonder if you're going to say yes to what you think is the best option for yourself, what the best opportunity is for yourself. But at the same time, you're going to approach it very gently and with a certain level of caution. You are not sure that this is really where you see your sights settling, but in all fairness, you want to give it an opportunity to grow, and for you to grow with it, to see if this is something you really want to stick with. And based on where you've been, based on your values, right? Because what I'm seeing is that you want something long lasting. You want something that is really going to get all of you. I think that this is a fair approach to make, even though, of course, in an ideal world, we know exactly what we want, when we want it, and we can just we can just lay the future out without any consideration for a change of will, right? We could just lay it all out detail by detail and just live it out. But the thing is, life is short enough as it is, and you want to make the right choice. And sometimes you can't really see what you're walking into until you give it some time to show itself, to reveal itself. So I think that this is mature, because in the process you're not leading anything on. You're not leading anyone on. You're not saying, hey, this is who I am on the outside, when this is who I am really, but in reality you're not anything like this. You are in the Emperor energy. You are prepared for commitment, and that is exactly how you are going to treat this new position, this new role. You're going to treat it with that same respect and that same honor. The difference is, if you find in the process that it's not where you see yourself being in the future, then you may reconsider your decision. But it's not that in the process you won't give it everything you've got. And I want to say that because I feel like you already know this, Pisces, but you just want to hear it spoken back to you. You just want to make sure that that's really the way it's coming off to the world. And it is. This is how you present right now. Somebody very diligent, someone hardworking, someone who is cognizant of the details, really putting themselves forward. The world sees you this way, and because of that, you are respected. Ground yourself. Being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, and impatient are all signs that you are ungrounded. Now is the time to become centered and allow Spirit to help you ground yourself and reconnect with the divine source. So you may be finding yourself, Pisces, a little disoriented. Okay, that could be part of what this Seven of Cups is, right? You're just a little confused. You're a little taken back. You're not sure. And because of that, you may hesitate to make a move, make a decision, say something important. Okay. I think that you should honor that and respect that, as you typically do, especially now with the stakes feeling so high. I think what's important for you to remember as well is that you are coming through as somebody who is just a grounded person. King of Pentacles is very stable, very grounded, practically, right? In the practicalities of the world, you have become very, very, very proficient. Very proficient. So you are being urged right now to take advantage of all of these lessons and the qualities that you have developed, and make sure that you, right now, before you really commit yourself to a direction or to an opportunity or to a person, right, that you sit with yourself. You sit, out in nature for a few minutes, get some fresh air, walk around, and pull yourself out of these boxes, right? Your room, your office, your car. Like, pull yourself out of these boxes and put yourself outside for a moment. Just take a seat, take a deep breath of just some fresh air, and just allow your mind to wander to other things, to give it that break and that space from work or from the chaos that has become your immediate environment as it stands surrounding whatever this decision is. Give yourself a moment to breathe and just remind yourself that everything you've been working on up to this point has been perfectly planned with intention, and that where you ultimately end up is going to go through a trial and error phase just like everything before it, and that is okay. That is absolutely okay, and that is exactly how you're going to determine what deserves you the most, because you are prepared to honor this 100%. You are prepared to show up for this. And so this is important because you are looking for something that you can pour yourself into, your life, who you are, your essence. So yes, this, it may be a little bit concerning that you can't have the answer right now, but that is okay. Ground yourself. Take a moment to really relax and allow the thoughts passing through to just come and go. And if you feel overwhelmed, that is okay. But continue to move in the direction you have been, because as you already have seen and as you know and as you intend to, It's worked before and it will continue to work. Okay? Pisces, thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you in this reading, for allowing me to really offer you my insights and what I see here for you. I hope that you found this clarifying and helpful moving forward. If you find that it did and you want to say a few words, by all means, I would love if you would leave a comment below. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can see my information in the description box below, as well as my email, which is ladyoftheunknown555@gmail.com. You can reach me there. And until next time, Pisces, I am just sending you all of my love. Be safe, be well, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah. Until then, bye, Pisces.